External Affairs Minister Honorable Alva Baptiste delivered a fiery defense of the government's growing diplomatic relations with Africa in Parliament on Thursday, July 3rd, dismissing critics as hypocrites and accusing the opposition of hateful, petty politics on the issue. Baptiste argued that Lucia and the wider OECS have already benefited from strengthened African partnerships, calling the foreign policy shift a sound and necessary move. He condemned what he described as outdated prejudice against Africa, stating it was the government's duty to free St. Lucians from this ignorance perpetuated by divisive opposition rhetoric. In a sharp rebuke, Baptiste pointed out that the United Workers' Party had previously sought diplomatic ties with Nigeria. The remark prompted Opposition Leader Allen Chastanet to walk out.
I call them hypocritical, Mr. Speaker, for good reason. These same people who have led the song and dance against our advances to Nigeria had themselves decided to establish diplomatic relations with Nigeria. Yes, Mr. Speaker, let me read to you a cabinet conclusion of the 3rd of June, 2019. Of 2019.
Read it again.
Mr. Speaker, let me read to you a cabinet conclusion of 3rd of June 2019. And I quote, Cabinet conclusion 502 of 2019 states that Cabinet considered a memorandum dated 13th May 2019. The opposition occupied the corridors of power at the time, submitted by the Department of External Affairs and approved the request for the establishment of diplomatic relations with Nigeria, unquote.
The minister stated that UWP failed with their efforts towards Africa, a failure he attributed to their alleged incompetence.
Although they decided on establishing diplomatic relations with Nigeria, they did nothing about it. Nothing came of it because of the incompetence. It took the wise diplomacy and leadership of Philip Joseph Pierre, Prime Minister and member for Kaswis East, to advance St. Lucia-Nigeria relations in the spectacular manner we observed this week with the highly successful official visit of President Tinubu.
Undeterred, Baptiste declared a new era in St. Lucia and Africa relations, warning naysayers to get used to it as the government deepens engagement with the continent.
A new era has begun in St. Lucia's relations with the countries of the African continent. And members opposite better get used to it. They better brace themselves, because we are going to continue to improve our relations with our motherland to ensure we create an improved framework for us to match our basic need with greater possibilities.
The exchange reflects on rising tensions over foreign policy direction, with the administration framing its Africa outreach as vital for economic and strategic growth, while critics remain skeptical. Chloe Dantes, NBC Prime.